Bonjour à tous, привет, konnichiwa. So in today's discussion, I will share with you about goal setting and then goal getting, right? How to set goals and how to get goals. So a little bit about me. I'm Jesse, as you already know. So let's move on. So I want to ask a question that which of these, right? Which of them is a wish and which of them is a goal? Among all these things that have been listed, that is to be younger or to be younger, to win $100 million, to be successful, rich and happy, to become a lecturer, to train 3 million people, and how to optimize their life and potential by 2030. Among all these things that are listed, which of them is a wish and which of them is a goal? Because there's a vast difference between what is a wish and what is a goal. So a wish is something that is you desire, right? But it's unattainable. Something that you desired or you want, but it's unattainable. And a goal is different. So among them, which of them do you think is a wish or is a goal? I want you to answer it yourself. Okay. So now let's check my answers. So the first three, right? To be younger is not a goal. To win $100 million may look like it's a goal, but it is not a goal. To be successful, rich and happy is not a goal, because almost everybody wants to become successful. Everybody wants to become rich. Everybody wants to become happy. Why? Why is it not a goal but it's a wish? Because it's so vague. To be successful, everybody wants to become successful. Again, to win $100 million for what? How are you going to win $100 million? What is the mechanism? What is the process you're going to use to win $100 million? This one only happens in case of lottery. Even lottery, just maybe 1 in 1,000 that you may even win $100 million. To be younger, is it a wish or is it a goal? It is a wish. To look younger, right, can be a goal, but to be younger is not a goal. It's a wish. Because for example, if you are 50 years or 70 years, how can you become younger? It's not possible. But you can look younger. So in that case, if you are turning it from to be younger to look younger, it becomes a goal. So you begin to find the steps which are going to help you to look younger. So that is when you may go to the gym. That is when you may eat a certain kind of food, do a certain kind of makeup, behave in a certain way. In that case, you can look younger, but you still not be younger because you are past maybe 50 or so. So that is the difference between a wish and a goal. So among the next one, to train 3 million people, right, on how to optimize their life and potential, and then to eradicate malaria. This one is a goal. To become a lecturer may look like it's a goal, but it's a wish. Except you are specific on the kind of lecturer you want to be and then the kind of time you want to be, then it can become a goal. So there's a way of transforming whatever you have as a wish, right, as a desire, into a goal. So I'll be showing you some of the characteristics or some of the things that will be able to help you transform your wish or differentiate what you think as a goal from what is a wish. So to train 3 million people on how to optimize their life, it is specific. Every goal is specific. It is precise. They call something SMART. That is specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and then time bound. That is a SMART goal. So every goal must be specific. Like to train 3 million people, the process is there. To train is the process, right? 3 million people is the number of people I want to train. So it is quite specific. I don't want to train everybody, but I want to train only 3 million people. So it's specific. So because it is specific, I can see the process. So I can start from training one person, maybe 2, then 10 people, then 100 people, then 1,000, then 1 million, then 3 million. So I can see the process. So because I can see the process, I can also see the progress of it. So I can know whether I'm progressing or I'm not progressing. I can know whether I'm achieving or not achieving. So the difference between a wish and a goal is just like the picture there. A wish is just like something that you wish, like something that you want, right? Your desire, but it's not attainable. It's vague. It's not clear. It's not precise. But a goal, just like in football, when they say somebody has scored a goal, it means that the person has put he has put the ball inside the net. So you can play for 90 minutes and plus, but if you are not able to put the ball into a net, you have not scored a goal. That's one thing I don't understand about football. I can play all those 90 minutes, all the strength you put inside, but unless you put the ball inside the net, you have not won. You have not scored a goal. So in the same way, a goal is supposed to have a specific target, like a specific net that is supposed to reach. A specific, all the efforts must have an effort that is going to help you to reach that specific net or specific target, just like in the picture, like football or goal. So the next one is to eradicate malaria from Africa and find the cure of HIV. That is actually it's an actual goal. So my process is that my purpose is that I want to eradicate malaria. How do I do it? I'm going to learn different means of eradicating malaria in a specific, not all disease, but a specific disease. So one key thing about goals are that goals are precise, right? One, they have a purpose. Okay, to write 100,000 life transforming articles. Is that a goal or is a wish? That is a goal. It can't be a wish, because to be able to write 10,000 life transforming articles, you have it's measurable, right? You can start writing maybe one, two, three, and then it's like it's having a purpose. One aspect of a goal is supposed to have a purpose, supposed to have a target. Okay, and then again, to earn $3,000, right, per month via sales and marketing. So this one is having a process that is to earn, right? That is the process I'm going to be using, and then my objective there is precise. That is 3,000. And it's time bound. It's having a period. So per month. So every month I have a target. I'm supposed to earn $3,000, right, per month, and then I have the procedure to do it. That is via sales and marketing. That is the tactics and the strategy to do it. So the difference between a wish and a goal is that wish are vague. Wishes are not precise, but goals are precise. Goals are time bound. Goals can be measured, right? And then to make 200 disciples of Christ through holistic training, that is a goal. It's not a wish. You can't wish this thing to happen. You can only act it out. You can only follow steps to be able to make disciples through a process. So let's see some of the 6 P's of. So these are the main difference. So these ones, the ones in yellow, right, are not only goals, but they are also targets, right? They are also targets. They are goals, but they are in the format of a target, so that you know that when you reach this place, you know that I've reached this target, right? To earn 3,000, I've reached a target. To make 200 disciples, I've reached a target. To write 100,000 life transformation is a target. So like it's because a target is like an objective. I have an aim that I'm supposed to reach. So in that case, it makes it a goal, not a wish. Okay, so now let's see the 6 P's of goals. What are the characteristics? What are the things that show that this is a goal? Number one, every goal must be purposeful, right? It must have a purpose. You should answer the question why. Why do you want to achieve something? A goal is just an achievement, something you want to achieve, a target, an objective that you want to achieve or accomplish. So you should ask the question why, right? So every goal must have a purpose. It must have a point. It must have the reason behind the goal that is going to make the goal successful. Otherwise, if you don't have a strong purpose, a strong why behind what you want to achieve, as we move throughout life, you may lose interest, right? And but if you have a purpose, that is when you become committed to that purpose, and then you move on to fulfill that goal. So because many of us, by the end of the year, right, by the beginning of the year, we have a lot of things we have plan of achieving, but because we don't know why we want to achieve those things, and because we just write it once, we forget, and then we forget, and then by the end of the year, we are supposed to come back again. So a goal must be purposeful, it must have a purpose, it must have an objective, it must have the reason why you want to do it. That is going to push you, right? Okay, again, that is the why and what to do to achieve it, right? So the next one is must be precise. Every goal must be specific. It must be clear. The more the thing is clearer to you, the more you can focus on it, and the more you can be able to achieve it. So every goal that you are planning for the next year is supposed to be precise, just like to win, maybe like to eradicate malaria, or to write 3,000 articles, or to earn $3,000 a month. Like that is specific, it's precise, and then it must be well defined. It must be precise to the point that it actually tell you what you really want, not just a desire, not something you are interested in, but something that you are interested in to the point that you are committed, something that you are interested in to the point that you wake up in the night, you sacrifice to be able to attain it, right? So it's supposed to be precise, specific, and clear. So it's supposed to be so precise to the point that when you achieve it, you will know that I have actually achieved it. Because if it's not, for example, like to be successful, if you set that as your goal, right, which is not a goal to be successful, to be happy, when you reach that point, you may not know that you have reached it. You may still be earning for more, but if you make it specific, if you make it more clear, you're able to know that I've achieved it, right? Okay, that is a goal. Just like a goal, if the ball enters the net, there's a line in a pool, right, that shows that if the ball is able to cross that point, it is a goal. So in the same way, it's supposed to be so precise that if whatever you have as your desire, as your want, or what you want to achieve, it bypass that line, you have achieved it. Okay, so let's move on again. A goal must have a plan, it must have a process. Every goal must have a plan. A goal without a plan is just a dream. If you have a goal and you don't have a plan to achieve it, it's just a dream. So you're supposed to be having a plan. The plan answers the question how, right? A plan is supposed, so anytime you have a goal that you want to, you have to write it down. That's one of the things we don't do. You should write it down so that it becomes a blueprint. So it becomes something that is written. Anything that is written down, human beings are known to believe everything that is written. That explains why they have, almost every religion has a scripture or a book, and then people will actually believe it even if it is wrong. Once it is written, human beings have the capacity to believe anything that is written. We see it because we can see, touch, and hear. We tend to believe it. So whatever you have as a plan, you write it down. Although it may be difficult, but your phone is with you. You have calendar on it, Google Calendar, Yahoo Calendar. You can just write it on it if you are feeling lazy. And then it's going to stay with you every day. And you should have a plan of always writing your plan down every day. One thing I've learned is that the devil plans 40 years ahead of everybody. God plans 400 years plus, or millions of years plus. Before Moses was born, 40 years before he was born, the plan of the devil was to kill all men. You see, the same thing happened with Jesus. Before Jesus was born, about 30 years before he will fulfill his purpose, there was another plan. So the devil plans 40 years ahead, but God plans more, like 400 years and thousands of years ahead. The new Jerusalem you are going to be spending has already been planned already. So, and then not only has it been planned, but has been written down in the Bible, so that we have it in the Bible to know the precise description of even the building that to be planted after the world is destroyed. So it is very good that you have a plan to achieve your goal. So the plan should include the strategy and the tactics. They are two different things. So to be able to achieve every goal, you should have a plan, you should have a process. The process is the mechanism, is the strategy, is the tactics, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, what are the mechanisms, what are the some of the things you're supposed to follow, what is the pattern, what are the action steps to be able to help you to achieve that goal. So you should remember that. So every goal must have a plan, must have a process. Again, every goal must have a period, right? A period is how long. So you should know where you are now. You should be able to measure how long, right, it will take you to accomplish that goal. It's supposed to have a time limit, it's supposed to have a period. That is very, very important. So that you need to measure your progress. That's the next thing. You need to measure your progress. So every goal must have a time limit. A time limit depends upon you, depends on what you have as an objective. So, and then since it's having a time limit and you know where you started from, you have a plan, you need to measure the progress. So you know the process, what you're supposed to do, you are following the plan, which is the pathway, and then you'll be able to measure the progress so that by the end of the year, you will know that you have achieved it. One advice I'll give is that most often we always plan yearly, but I'll tell you that it's better you plan not yearly, but you plan 3 months, 3 months. That is 12 weeks instead of 12 months. The moment you plan 12 weeks instead of 12 months, it's more helpful than to plan for 12 months, because everybody does that. But if you put it as 12 months, as 12 weeks instead of 12 months, to push you to accomplish more things faster, and then you're able to reach it faster. And then you should not only set small goals, you set bigger goals, because the same effort you use to accomplish the small goal, the same period you use to accomplish the small goals, the same period you use to accomplish the big goal. So set it bigger so that you'll be able to accomplish it. So these are some of the characteristics or the 6 P's of goals that will help you to be able to set your goal and to be able to achieve your goal. Thank you, and then please don't forget to share, and then stay blessed.